Good evening, everyone. What's up? I just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with a measly dessert. This is Mr. Hotta speaking. Previously, I did a rant on festivals. I'm sorry if that was no good. My apologies, my friend. Well, my friend, today's rant is different this time. Well, one might ask, what is today's rant on? Well, my friend, today's rant's on senior year or even senioritis. When I first heard the word senioritis, I thought it was a complete excuse or made up word. Much later, I did research on Wikipedia, and apparently senioritis is a real word. According to the website, as I vaguely remember, it is really the lack of motivation to study or do schoolwork from already achieving college acceptance or knowing that they will graduate. It mostly applies to seniors because it is senioritis, but has been involved with juniors or even freshmen. What? Freshmen? How on earth did they get senioritis? At such a young age, freshmen. Wow, just wow. I vaguely remember from my school ranting on senior year. Senior year, according to the others, was supposed to be an easier year and more laid back. Well, it kind of is. In some cases, I suppose. Since the second semester does not matter, why on earth is there a second semester? Why? Just why? What a waste of time. And why senioritis is an epidemic in this vast country. Yes, just like obesity, senioritis is a vast epidemic in this country. I'm not kidding. If it does not matter, there is no need to have to study the grade point average just plunges at that point. To wise men, senioritis is a choice or an all-around excuse for laziness. The cause of senioritis is the length of senior year. Oh yeah, back to the school year, the senior year. It's way too long and there's no need for it. The last semester was a fruitless use of one's time, and it feels long, just like the first. That year is when people get their college acceptance. They show their transcript from their junior year and can get accepted as early as October or even as late as May. Wow, there's a dramatic difference in time. That's like 7 months. Even though senior year is, quote, easier, there are still classes required for graduation. Language Arts 12, Economics, Politics, Pre-Engineering, etc. Those classes, oh my goodness, are just way too long. We have to take even gym classes as a senior. Oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. One has to worry about passing for a long while. Why on earth does one have to wait so long just to graduate from high school? We shouldn't have to wait that until the very end of June to graduate. That's a burden. Even graduating in May would be a lot better. As a matter of fact, we should only have one semester as seniors and then graduate no later than the beginning of cold March. Although we graduate in late June, we receive our cap and gown in early May, that we paid for, that is. By the middle of May, all diplomas have been made and framed. We sign up for the senior activity in the beginning of May, and that's still somewhat a while before one graduates, and that's like over a month and a half away from that time. Why? If one does not go to school or do any work at all for the rest of the school year, they will fail their core classes and will not graduate that year. They'll have to wait a whole nother year. Why do all the teachers even assume that one is going to graduate 2 months, long months before the event actually occurs? That's when senioritis is really bad. And it's just not bad, it's extremely bad. Those last few big projects or assignments are most likely there to jeopardize one from graduating. What? What the? That's vile. How could they do that to us? Yeah. That's such BS. That's not fair. I know that what they were doing. They're still trying to give us schoolwork, even though one has done everything that they needed to. That's just utterly unnecessary. That's a good reason why school should end early for seniors. What on earth is wrong with school? Oh my goodness, do you know what? Yeah, that's sad. That's just sad. That's so sad. What on earth were they thinking? Oh, they didn't even bother to think. Nope, I don't think so. Those classes should not be a full semester of misery and a burden. Health, politics, and economics should be only a quarter of a year each and packed into the freshman year. It's those classes that make senioritis even worse than ever. What's the world coming to? When will this come to an end? Most likely never. Not only are there classes one still has to pass to graduate, there are 2 weeks of exams for the students, and that's a long time to wait. It's too long. Was that even necessary? No. Not at all. Why can't all exams be in class? Is it too much to ask for? Well, is it? There's a senior bash, and that costs $35 for what? At least it's not our parents' tax dollars paying for it. Thank goodness for that. Well, nothing is free in life. Lesson learned. The senior bash t-shirt's worth like $5, and it shouldn't cost more than $10. It should be like 2 nights and not a few short hours. Overall, people must have senioritis, serious brain damage. One should be able to graduate shortly after the first semester ends. Wow, just look at the time. It's getting late. I must go to bed. Good night.